Hey guys, this is Mr. H. I just finished a video on showing you how to find the A, B, and C for any quadratic equation. And as I promised, I'm going to do a couple of videos showing you how to use a quadratic formula, and I'm putting those in quotes to solve different equations. So I'm going to start by doing number 6 from the Delta Math assignment that I put together. It says they want us to use a quadratic formula. They've given us this quadratic equation, and they need us to round it to the nearest hundredth. Now, so first thing you should do is you should notice it's equal to 0. So we're just going to rewrite this. This is going to be 1x squared minus 4x plus 1 equals 0. So this is going to be 1, a negative 4, and a positive 1. So we're going to put these in to the appropriate formula. Ones go here, and then one goes there as well. So that's it. So now, once you do this, this is considered showing your work. You can actually use the quadratic formula and your calculator to do it. But what I want you to do is I want you to graph it. I think graphing is easier than trying to use a quadratic formula. I think there's more opportunities to make mistakes if you use a quadratic formula. So let me show you exactly what I mean. So now once I've done this, I'm just going to go get my calculator. I'm going to graph it. I'm going to put in that x squared, 4x plus 1, and then I'm going to graph it. Bam. Now I just need to find where the quadratic crosses the x-axis. Those are going to be my solution. So I'm going to go menu 61 for zeros. Start on the left. Boom. And then I'm going to go menu 61 again, and I'm going to start on the right. Found them. Now, this we were asked to round to the hundredths place. So that means we got to make sure our calculator is set to hundreds. So all you're going to do from here, you're going to do menu, and then you go down to the settings, and we're going to change this from fix 1 to fix 2. And then you press OK, and when you go back, everything is rounded for you. So our answers for this are going to be 0.27, and then, oops, we don't need that one. How do I get rid of it? Let me go here, full screen. All right, so this would be 3.73. And then let's see, is it going to give me? Yep, good. That's it. So those are the two answers. That's how you do it. Now, I'm going to show you if you wanted to use a quadratic formula, you can, but there's one thing that I want you to do instead of just plugging in. All right, so let's show you how to. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to use the calculator page. Now, remember the A was 1, so I'm going to take 1 and store that. So we're going to store the numbers, enter, and then the B was a negative 4, so we're going to take a negative 4, store that into B, press enter, and then the C value, the constant, was C, was 1, so I store that. Now, all you're going to do is you're just going to enter the quadratic formula. So it's a negative B. Now, I think this is cleaner. Negative B plus or minus. We don't have a plus or minus, so we're going to do it one at a time. Square root. So this is going to be B squared minus 4 times A. Now, you got to put a multiplication between the A and the C. Otherwise, the calculator gets confused and thinks you're trying to do a new variable called the AC variable. All right, so now here's the quadratic formula. I press enter. Now, again, if I wanted this rounded, I could go, actually, I have to go to here. I'd have to go to settings, document settings, and I'd have to change this to float, to fix 2. Then press OK. Now, when I go back, if I rerun this, if I copy it and do it again, you see it's rounded. Now, to get the other root, I'm just going to copy this, and then I'm going to go where the plus is, and I'm going to change that to a minus, and that's going to give me the other root. So here are my two roots. So you can absolutely use the calculator. I think it's easier. I think it's cleaner. I think it's better to graph it and just find the zeros. The only thing that you have to do is, let me go back to split view and let's go here. The only thing that you got to do is you got to show the A, B, and C being plugged in. Once you do that, they don't care if you use the calculator or you graph it. That doesn't matter as long as you round it properly. So that's it, guys. I'm going to stop and I'm going to post this. But remember, you got to use the quadratic formula. Anytime you're in the constructed response, you have a quadratic and they ask you to show your work, you're going to do this quadratic piece. The A, B, and C, plug them in, and then we can use the calculator. Either way you want to do it, storing or graphing, and that's it. So let me stop and post this.